Since Squid Game hit our screens last September in 2021, it became Netflix's most successful non-English show. With Netflix confirming the show's second season, there's a lot of changes that will happen, and here's what we can expect from it. Together with the official video teaser, Netflix also uploaded a message from the drama's writer and director, dong-hyuk. That message alone already contained a major spoiler, teasing viewers with what to expect from the second season. Through the letter, it was revealed that Gi-hun and the frontman would be returning. The man in the suit that offered to play Dakji, which was played by Gong-yu, might also return. And lastly, they introduced a new character, Chol-soo. Chol-soo is Yong-hee's boyfriend, the iconic doll from the first game. Just like Yong-hee, Chol-soo is also a large motion-sensing animatronic doll. Since these are already the confirmed characters that will make a comeback in the drama, here's what the writer has to say about them. For the frontman, which was played by actor Gi-hun, Dong-hyuk wants to elaborate more on what happened in his past, from how he became the previous winner of the game to becoming the frontman. Dong-hyuk would also want to dwell deep into the story of the recruiter wearing a suit who played Dakji and handed out the card in the first place. And of course for Gi-hun's story as he turns back and explores more about how he's going to navigate through his reckoning with the people who are designing the games. Writer Dong-hyuk also wants to show more about Gi-hun's humanity. The writer shared with Entertainment Weekly that in the first season, we saw Gi-hun as a character whose humanity is exposed in certain situations. In other words, his humanity is shown in a very passive manner. But for the second season, from what he has learned from the games and his experience in the first season, they will all be put to use more actively. With season 1 having an open ending, viewers were left with a lot of questions and ended up making different kinds of theories. One obvious and common theory shared by everyone is the fact that Gi-hun plans to return to the games and take down the operation to stop the vicious cycle once and for all. Especially now that Gi-hun already has the money and the motivation of revenge to get back at those responsible for the games. But the question is, how will he manage to do so, and what role will he play? Some would say that he will play again and be a contestant so he can warn others, while others think that Gi-hun will return as one of the guards. After all, it worked for the police officer Hwang Jun-ho who snuck into the game as a guard to gather information, so maybe Gi-hun will do the same, as it would make sense for him to tear the system down from the inside like this. However, considering the game makers already knew exactly where Gi-hun was when he decided to dial the number on the calling card, it seems like they have been keeping an eye on him ever since he got back to the outside world, so he might have a hard time sneaking back in without getting noticed. Another theory that made fans think Gi-hun will take role of a guard is because of his hair. In the season finale, we got to see a new look of Gi-hun with his red dyed hair. Some have said that the red dyed hair represents Gi-hun starting his life over, while some saw the red hair as a desire for revenge. Some also took it as a sign that he will choose a red card, making him a guard, since the guards wear red overalls during the games. Another thing is that this time, Gi-hun might get some help from the police in stopping the games. Right before Jun-ho falls into the water and got hurt by the front man, who turns out to be his brother, Jun-ho desperately tried to send evidence of the games to his colleagues. He even managed to share details of the games with his boss. Well, sure, his boss didn't believe him and thought that he had completely lost his mind. But as a police officer, his disappearance may encourage his team to go search for him. Since we're on the topic of police, viewers believe that police officer Jun-ho is definitely still alive. We all know the rule of thumb in shows is that if you don't see them pass away, they're probably still alive. Sure, Jun-ho was severely injured and fell off a cliff into the ocean, but it looks like the front man did not really intend to hurt him. Instead, he knows what he was doing. He shot Jun-ho in the shoulder, which is a relatively non-lethal injury. It's possible that the front man didn't have it in him to hurt his brother and merely wanted him out of the picture for now. And the stare Jun-ho has after he gets shot is not from being in pain, it's more about the shock of everything that's going on, and he has no idea what to think at that moment. His brother then looks over the cliff to make sure that he falls into the water and continues to act calmly and puts his mask back on. Jun-ho's body wasn't shown afterwards, so not showing his body means that he's still alive, right? For a show that's so blunt and forward about the other characters passing away, it's odd that the show would keep Jun-ho passing away this ambiguous. Most viewers think that Jun-ho is still alive and will turn in season 2 to finish what he started. Jun-ho, together with Gi-hun and possibly with the help of the rest of the police officers, could work together in the new season to take down the Squid Game from the inside. Aside from the revenge plot, viewers think that the second season could also be a prequel. Maybe the end of season 1 was just a bit of fun, and for season 2, it will go back in time rather than forward. Since the actors in the first season were so loved, the writers may decide to make the second season a prequel prequel to bring back these characters, specifically focus on the frontman's own Squid Game and dive into Hwang In-ho's journey on how he won the previous games but wound up joining forces with them instead of enjoying his winnings in the real world. If this storyline happens, then we can also find out more about Junho's relationship with his brother and get a deeper look into the stories of how our favorite players ended up in such serious debt. In an interview with The Times, writer Hwang Dong-hyuk actually shared that as he was writing the first season, he was already thinking about potential storylines for the second one, which revolves around the frontman and the police officer. So this leaves a higher chance of us probably seeing more of the frontman and police officer Junho in the second season. Now, where could the new games possibly take place? Will they still use the same island and continue the game there, or a different location? In the drama, it's shown that the games are a worldwide phenomenon and are enjoyed by the elites. One Reddit user made an intriguing point about a certain line from the VIP members that implies that the competition is enjoyed globally. In the 7th episode of the drama, 2 VIPs made an interesting comment. One of the VIPs says, "The games in this edition have been amazing," and another continues with, "The contest in Korea was the best." So why mention Korea if the games aren't international? It's worth exploring the idea that the competition operates in other countries as well, otherwise why mention Korea as if there are other contests to compare it against? After all, there's no telling how far the VIPs and their power or fortune are willing to go. For the next season, maybe we could see other countries outside of Korea. Other Reddit users also left a comment agreeing with the post. One user added a new theory backing up the main one by stating that the VIPs possibly take turns in hosting the game. The frontman was the winner 6 years ago, but only recently disappeared from his apartment. So it could be that he has been waiting for 6 years for the games to come back to Korea. Another user then mentioned it's possible that they don't take turns in hosting. The user pointed out that in the drama, there were records of folders about the games for every year. While police officer Junho did his investigation, it looks like there were only Korean participants. So maybe there are just several games per year done in different countries. For the frontman, the user's opinion as to why he only disappeared after 6 years was that the old man, also known as player 001, got sick and was looking for a person who would take his place once he passed away. Hence why he got the position of the frontman. Did you know that the writer seems to be crowdsourcing for plots as well? Since many people love season 1 and are expecting good things for the second season, a lot of people everywhere in the world offered their opinions about where the show would go. He stated, "I could actually pull ideas from fans all over the world to create the next season. So it's no shock if some of the theories online would be included in season 2. Although Squid Game 2 doesn't have a definite release date yet, it can be expected to come out sometime towards the end of 2023 or early 2024. We know that seems like a long way, but if the new season is even as half as good as the first one, it will be worth the wait. Share your thoughts and theories for the second season in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye!